There's a trend that's predicted to explode in 2025, and I'm already starting to see this one take off. Etsy is calling it galactic metallic, and they have predicted it to be one of the biggest trends in their latest trends report. Here's what the report has to say about this trend. As space travel and sci-fi aesthetics shape culture, fashion and designs are following suit, bringing us straight into a new era of cosmic cool. Galactic metallic is a futuristic evolution of last season's chrome craze, but it's not just the shine. Deep blue pieces channel the mystery of the night sky, while zodiac jewelry soars in popularity with searches up 400%. Here you can see that crystal mug searches are up 700%, half moon lamp searches are up nearly 600%, and then zodiac jewelry searches have surged up 400%. Notice too these two tarot cards in the bottom, which we can also see featured right here. To me, this niche is giving zodiac, tarot, and witchy vibes, which are usually really popular around the fall, so it's interesting to see this trending earlier in the year. Now that you know more about the galactic metallic trend, man, that's hard to say. Let's take a look at the product research, and then I'm going to walk you through a step-by-step tutorial on how to capitalize on this trend so you can make more sales and grow your brand. Also, be sure to watch until the end for a special bonus tip. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Adrian, a self-employed entrepreneur who's generated multiple millions in sales across 2 apparel brands, and I help people make money online with Shopify and print on demand. My goal is to create the most positive and supportive community of print on demand sellers here on YouTube. So if that's you, join us by subscribing and interacting in the comments. There is no gatekeeping here, and you always have a seat at this table. I hopped into Etsy to conduct product research and searched tarot shirt because I know that these are really trendy right now, and tarot designs are really in line with the galactic metallic trend. Right away, we can see that there's a number of bestsellers and popular now designs, but I actually want to filter this search by bestseller. To do that, I'm just going to tap the all filters button, select physical items, star seller, and tap show results. In the URL, I'm just going to change the word star to best. Etsy doesn't offer a bestseller filter option, but this little hack still allows us to filter by bestsellers. Here we can see a bunch of popular now and best-selling designs. A couple observations right away. The most common apparel type by far is t-shirts here. Most of the designs are essentially a tarot card design placed on the t-shirt, like you see here with this The Ant design. And the most common t-shirt here is the Comfort Colors 17170. Next, let's get a quick sales snapshot to see which of these designs are actually selling the best. So I'm just going to hop over to Everbee and view the product analytics. Everbee is my favorite product research tool because it quickly analyzes Etsy data to identify best-selling designs and products that we can use as inspiration to create designs based on what people are currently buying. You can try Everbee for free by clicking the link below this video. And just a side note for Etsy sellers, Everbee just released an AI-powered platform called Everbee Store, which allows you to build a store off of Etsy in literally just a couple of minutes. I filtered the results by estimated monthly revenue, and here we can see some really strong sales numbers. We're going to skip some of these top ones because they're not actually tarot designs, but here we can see that this black cat tarot design is estimated to be making $2,400 in sales per month, and it's only 8 months old. The Ant tarot card sweatshirt is estimated to be making $2,100 in revenue per month, and it's only 5 months old. And the Reader tarot card design is estimated to be making $1,900 in sales per month, and it's only 9 months old. Let's actually take a closer look at the Reader tarot card shirt because the literary girl niche is super trendy right now, and I suspect that this is trending upwards. So I just hopped into the Etsy listing, and here we can see that it has the Etsy's pick badge. It's in over 20 carts, and let's go ahead and check out some of these reviews. So I'm just going to sort by most recent, and here we can see that there are a number of very recent reviews. So there's clear evidence that this shirt is selling well, and it's selling well right now. Here we can see some customer photos at the bottom. For even more sales validation, let's go ahead and analyze this listing to get the Everbee data. And a lot of this we saw before. It's estimated to have made 723 sales, about 52 sales per month. What I really want to look at is this trends data down here. So we can see here that in the last 30 days, it's at a 250% growth rate. And check out this growth chart. Particularly in the last couple of weeks here, it seems to be really taking off. This is also pretty interesting. If you look under the tags, you can see some of the kind of trends or niches that they're trying to target here. So you've got Mystic Mom shirt, Funny Tarot card, Skeleton Reading Tee, Book Travert shirt. Now that we know that this trend is really popular and we've seen lots of sales validation, let's create a t-shirt for this trend. Step 1, let's grab our print area size dimensions. To do that, I'm going to hop into Printify, which is one of my favorite print-on-demand companies due to their huge product selection, low production costs, and a large network of production partners all over the world, including Printful. You can use Printify for free by clicking the link below this video and get 30 days of free premium membership with code Adrian30. I logged into my Printify account and I'm going to select catalog, and under women's clothing, I'll select t-shirts. This is going to pull up a whole bunch of t-shirt options for you to choose from. I generally recommend selling what's most popular because that's a good indicator of demand. So this is sorted by popularity, and I'm going to select one of the best sellers in Printify and one of the trendiest t-shirts right now, the Comfort Colors 17170. Next, let's select the fulfillment option. So you can let Printify choose for you, or you can choose manually. I personally like to choose manually to ensure consistent quality. These top two options are my favorite print providers for this tee, but I'm going to go with SwiftPod for this example. This is going to take us to the editor, which we'll come back to in a bit. But right now, all I want from here is the print area size dimensions that are 4200 by 4800 pixels. So we can take those over to Kittl. Step 2, let's create our design. To create our design, I'm going to use Kittl. And what I want to do is I just want to repurpose one of their pre-made templates. So I'm just going to tap templates. I'll select merchandise, t-shirts, and I'm just going to search the term tarot. This is going to pull up a bunch of beautiful pre-made design templates that we can work from to create our own original design. I'm going to use this template, the heart, to create a tarot style design for coffee lovers. And shout out to my friend Juna from Detour Shirts, who actually created this beautiful template. Just before we start designing, I want to change the print area size dimensions so that they match up with Printify's recommendation. To do that, I'm just going to tap the file name in the top left, and on the right hand menu, I'm just going to change this to 4200 by 4800. Here I can see that when I change the artboard size, it shifted the design. Not a problem. I'm just going to go ahead and select the entire design, shrink it a little bit, and then recenter it. The first thing I want to do is change the text. So let's go ahead and select that text, and I'm just going to change the heart to the coffee. Now, as you can see, it doesn't fit properly, so I can either shrink the text or I can try stretching it and see how that looks. So let's stretch this out, center it, and I actually think that looks pretty good. So I'm just going to leave that. Next, I'm going to delete some of these elements. So this element here, the heart with the crown and that background, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. And I want to replace that with a coffee cup. For the coffee cup, we have a few options. One, we can use Kittl AI to generate a coffee cup for us. Or two, we can search through the pre-made illustrations to see if we can find an element that we like. So I'm going to start with that option. In the top left, I'm just going to tap this illustrations icon, and I'll just search for coffee. Here we can see a bunch of different graphic design elements to choose. So I'm going to go through here and see if I can find one that I like. There are a lot of different options to choose. I do like the style of some of these, and I actually really like this one here. So I'm going to select this element. I'll start by centering it on the design. And then I actually want to change the colors of this because I want the design to be completely white. To change the color, I'm just going to go over to the right-hand side where I can see the different illustration colors. And I'm actually going to make some of these transparent, meaning that that part of the cup will be whatever color the t-shirt is. So I'll start with this kind of beige color here, and I'm just going to go ahead and make that transparent by selecting this red line here. Next, I want to make this pink transparent as well. So I'm going to do the exact same thing. And then this black, I actually want to change that to white. Next, what I want to do is fill in some of this blank space around the coffee cup. So I'm going to duplicate some of these elements, and then I'm just going to spread them around the design. So this dot here, I'm just going to select this and tap the duplicate icon. You can tap that as many times as you want. I actually want to create quite a few of them so I can just kind of spread them around the design. Next, I'll do the same thing for the small dot. I'll just press the duplicate icon a couple of times and then spread those around the design. I want to add a little bit more variety than just the dots. So let's go ahead and grab a star element that we can kind of spread around this as well. To do that, I'm just going to go back to illustrations, type in star, and then I'm just going to search through the star elements to find one that has a matching aesthetic to this design. I found this one that I think will look really good. So I'm just going to go ahead and select that. I'm going to change the color to white, and then I'm just going to shrink that, move that somewhere where it fits better. And then I'm just going to duplicate that a couple of times and spread that around the design. Okay, I am liking how this looks. The last thing I want to do is adjust the texture. So there's a texture over this design. You can see that by all these black little spots. If you want to get rid of the texture, you can just tap the artboard name and select remove texture. But if you did want a texture and just wanted to change it like I want to do, you can go ahead and do that by tapping the texture option on the left-hand menu. From here, I'm going to select this grunge texture. And then next on the right-hand side, I'm going to change color burn to alpha mask. That's going to give it that kind of distressed grainy look, which is really trendy right now. And the last thing I want to do is apply that texture just to the design. So to do that, all you need to do is tap mask texture. Now we have our finished design. Once you're happy with your design, go ahead and tap the share button in the top right, select select download project and save this as a PNG file with a transparent background. Just an FYI, you can try Kittl for free by clicking the link below this video and get 25% off a paid plan with code AdrianYT. As always, I've included my affiliate links below for all of my favorite print-on-demand tools, along with any free trials, discounts, or special offers. Thank you in advance for using any of those links. Sponsors and affiliates support this channel at no extra cost to you and allow me to create more free content like this that I hope you're finding super valuable. So I appreciate you using any of those links. Step 3, let's select a shirt to sell and add our design. So I'm back in Printify in the editor, and the first thing I want to do is make my color selection. So I'm going to go ahead and tap the edit tool in the top right. This is going to allow you to select the different colors. Now this is going to be a white design, so I'm going to want it on darker colors. I definitely want to put it on pepper because this color is really trendy, and a lot of the featured images of the best sellers that we looked at earlier were in this color. I'm also going to select black, which is going to look really good with the white design, and that's a best-selling t-shirt color across the board. And then I'm going to go with espresso. This is another trendy color, and I think it works really well, particularly for the coffee niche. Next, I'm just going to drag my design onto the mockup, and from here we can adjust the size and placement. So I can make this smaller, I can move it around, and let's go ahead and tap preview to see a more realistic view of the shirt. Here we can also see what it'll look like on the different colors. So here's black here, and here's pepper. We can also see what it'll look like on a human by selecting one of the human mockups. If you're happy with how everything looks, go ahead and tap the save product button in the bottom right. This is going to take us to the mockup library where we can see all the mockups provided by Printify. We can upload our own, or if you have a Placeit account like I do, you can go ahead and tap the Placeit button in the top left, which will allow you to add your design to Placeit mockups. In case you're unfamiliar, Placeit has the world's largest mockup library with over 40,000 mockups to choose from across a number of product types like t-shirts, sweatshirts, mugs, tote bags, and a whole lot more. If you want to check it out, I've included a link below this video, which also gives you 15% off. On the left here are all the mockups provided by Printify, and on the right are the selected mockups. I created this design with females in mind. I'm just going to go ahead and change out these male mockups with female mockups. Once you're happy with your mockup selection, just go ahead and tap the save selection button in the bottom right. This will take you to the product details page. Once I've filled out all the product details, I would go ahead and tap the green publish button in the bottom right to have Printify automatically publish this to my Shopify store or whichever platform you're selling on. And now for the bonus tip. What I really like about this particular trend is that it's so easy to blend with other niches. Blending your specific niche with a current design trend can be a very powerful sales strategy. And many of the best sellers that we looked at earlier did this. For example, this design here is clearly targeting the registered nurse niche. It has the bestseller badge and it's in over 20 carts. Here's another example of a design targeting the literary girl niche that has the bestseller badge and it's also in over 20 carts. And here's another example targeting the Frenchy mom niche with the bestseller badge in over 20 carts. So as you can see, there are so many different niches that can stack well with the tarot card trend. Some other niches that immediately come to mind in addition to these niches I've shown you are the mom niche, the teacher niche, the plant lover niche, the dog niche, the list goes on. If you're enjoying these trend alert videos as much as I enjoy creating them, comment the word trends below so I know to keep them coming. And as always, I've included a bunch of free resources which you can find linked below, including a link to my new podcast called the Print on Demand Podcast.